Max.
And I use he, him pronouns. And I am a member of Color Youth.
And I support the Justice for Zaki movement in Greece.
Most of Transakcija right now, because it's about 11 people, are either on holiday or working, so that you just get me. So basically that means that, you know, I do most of everything. And I've also been around from the beginnings of Transakcija, which is now, it's going to be 5 years. So I can tell you how it started and so on. But Transakcija is the first and only trans-specific organization in Slovenia, which means that it's not like we are not the only organization that obviously works with and for trans people, but we kind of started it, and we are very like specific in, you know, our mission. Although we of course try to work intersectionally and, you know, connect different issues. So. Yeah, we work on different levels. One is, of course, supporting and empowering trans people, which is always kind of the basis of everything. We were established in 2014. That was when the director and my colleague, they came back they were studying abroad, and then they realized by, you know, studying and meeting people in the LGBT community and so on, that we don't actually have anything, you know, done on trans, like not systemically, not like community-wise. We didn't even have the vocabulary, like literally, I mean, even now, the like knowledge and how people, you know, what people know about trans is very low, but then even the community, like nothing existed. Of course, trans people have existed for millions of years. Probably there were trans dinosaurs as well. Yeah, it's really important, like, because the rest of the people are all volunteers. So obviously, like, volunteers are crucial for us. And I was also a volunteer for like 4 years in the beginning. But what is really, I think, important is like that we all agree, we all know the politics of Transakcija, and which kind of like, if I would have to summarize it, is kind of like trying to be at least, you know, very self-reflective, very like social justice, like based on that. Trans feminism obviously is the core kind of value. So we like support sex work and so on, which is not really common in Slovenia. Like maybe there are like 3 organizations that would like openly do that. Basically the person who now coordinates the support group, we have it once a month, because from our experience we always, you know, try to adapt to the needs and what we, you know, feedback. So we decided that once a month is enough, and apart from that we have other events. So yeah, support group, and Leia does also peer-to-peer. She is especially important for, you know, trans women who, like, it's a very specific, and, you know, they're really, like, some of them, you know, most of them, they aren't really into like, oh, I want to be an activist, but, you know, they need a lot of support with transition and mental health and so on. So there's that. I'm gonna be regular is, I think, not the right word that I use here, so let's just pretend it's not there. So there are activities that we do on a regular basis.
Trans space?
Yes, it's trans space, transpro. So we go like that, and the spaces that we use, we don't have an office, we don't have our own space. That is why we're here. I mean, it's lovely at D, obviously. So we kind of, we're guests like this, but usually we're at Ljubljana Pride for these activities that happen. So education work, by this, I mean, it's very broad, you can imagine, and we do this as like in the form of workshops and, you know, non-formal methods. We go to NGOs that are not, you know, knowledgeable necessarily or want to be inclusive. So we went to this SOS center for women because it's it's like a huge problem for trans women. And last year there was this is lovely. Yes, I'm so bad. Like I don't draw, obviously. I just did it for you. So this is a legal gender recognition in Slovenia. It's not like something you would take to the beach with you, but we try to make it so it kind of looks like this. Like it's for all the people and like lawyers and stuff like that and politicians that this is relevant for. So
how do you manage to attract trans people and to bring them here?
I think that's a great question, actually, and it is a challenge, to be honest. It is very challenging, especially maybe it's easier to reach people who are, I don't know, between 20 and 30, but anyone who's like, older, living in the countryside, for example, living outside of Ljubljana, or then for younger people, it's really is a challenge, and we keep thinking about it. Also, there are these flyers that we, leave around in like LGBT friendly places. One thing is when we have like the call for volunteers, that is like how more people and new people come to our team and our activities. I can obviously only speak for myself and for what I know from my friends and from the people that we come in touch with through work. The experience of being me, a non-binary person, not in like medical transition, or being a trans woman who wants to transition but lives in a village in rural Slovenia and is unemployed and so on and so on. Like people aren't really educated and informed, so they have all kind of obviously prejudice and just wrong just how they imagine what trans is. Like, I'm always seen as a woman and called ma'am. And, you get used to it. I get used to it when I go to the bank. Okay, but yeah, I like in my circles, I wouldn't really want that or tolerate that.